What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the LG Ultragear 34-inch ultrawide, more specifically the 34GP83AB. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons and my extensive real-life experience that I've had with this monitor. And if at any point during the video you guys want to check out this exact same ultrawide, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. I do got you guys, but let's jump into the video. Now, I do want to start this video by saying that there's two monitors that are exactly the same. There's this one, and then there's the GN850, and they are exactly the same except for a logo, and that is the only difference between them. That one is $200 more. It's a crazy thing that we're gonna go on at the end of the video. Just know that those monitors are the exact same, so if you're looking for a review on one of them, this is the same one. Now let's start with the resolution. This is a 1440p ultra-wide resolution, so it's not just normal 1440p, it's 3440 by 1440p, which is super nice and crisp at the 34-inch size of this. This is about the height of a 27-inch monitor, but an ultra-wide, which is probably one of my favorite form factors. At this resolution, you're not gonna see text being fuzzy, it's all gonna be clear. As well, gaming at 1440p is pretty much all you're gonna want to do unless you have a very, very, very beefy PC. Moving on to the next pro, this is actually a Nano IPS panel, so a very, very nice panel. This has a fantastic, beautiful display that is extremely color accurate, hitting 98% of the DCI-P3 color gamut, which is about 135% sRGB, which is very, very good if you guys are photo editors, video editors, or just need a very color accurate screen, but also love gaming. This is gonna be able to do that, and we'll talk about that more because it's a big deal. And as you could have guessed, this is a 10-bit panel. Moving on to the next pro, that is gonna be brightness. This thing is very bright at 400 nits of brightness. Now, this is not the brightest panel out there. A lot of monitors aren't gonna go as high as some TVs are. However, 400 nits is very high for a monitor. 450 nits is most really high-end monitors, but usually you don't see many that are gonna go over 400 or 450 nits. So 400 nits is very bright. You're not gonna have a problem with brightness. And for your comparison, a lot of monitors, a lot of lower budget monitors or older monitors are gonna be sitting at 250 nits. And if they're nicer, they're gonna be sitting at 300 nits. So 400 nits is very, very high. You're not gonna have a problem with brightness. I absolutely love that it has 400 nits. Moving on to the next pro, this thing has FreeSync Premium, which is not G-SYNC. It might look like it has G-SYNC, but what they mean is G-SYNC compatibility. So the FreeSync will work with NVIDIA cards. However, this is not G-SYNC. It does not have G-SYNC hardware inside of the actual monitor. So kind of a con, but it still has FreeSync. So is it nice to have G-SYNC? Absolutely, although it's not a deal breaker for me. This also has HDR10, but you guys probably already knew that. Let's get into the refresh rate. This has a 1 millisecond response time at 144 Hertz, which is super sweet, although it can actually be overclocked to 160 Hertz, and they advertise it. So it was basically made for you to overclock it to 160 Hertz, which is sweet. You can all do that through the NVIDIA control panel. It's very easy to do. It's not like some crazy thing that you have to figure out how to do. You just click a button, type in 160 Hertz, and you're good to go. So the refresh rate is quite good, especially for a monitor of this size while being a Nano IPS at this price point. The ports include a DisplayPort 1.4, 2 HDMI 2.0s, 2 downstream USBs, and then 1 USB upstream, and then 1 3.5 millimeter auxiliary cable out. So although it does not have USB-C connectivity, which is a bummer, it's not a big deal because most of you guys are probably going to be using the DisplayPort. That moves us to the next pro, which is the menu system. This is the best in every monitor. There is no monitor that I have ever found yet, of all the monitors that I reviewed and all that I've tested out, there has never been a better menu system than LG makes. They do such a good job. There is no learning curve. You don't have to figure out where everything is. It's extremely easy and extremely intuitive to use, which does make a difference because turning the thing on and off and changing settings, which you're going to want to do once you get the monitor, is really easy to do. They have a ton of easy presets for changing color. You can obviously customize it yourself, but they have a ton of different presets that look really nice. You can change everything that you want to easily, simply, and quickly, and it's out of the way. It's just one knob that you use. It's so good. The best I've ever used. And also, I know some of you like this, you can add crosshairs from the monitor itself, not the actual PC. So if you are in a game that doesn't have crosshairs, but you want to add some in the middle, you can do that with this monitor. Now let's talk about the build quality. The build quality of this is quite good. Is it the best in class? Absolutely not. That's gonna go to Alienware. They do a fantastic job, but this is still very, very good. Their build quality of Alienware is just insane, but this one's still really, really good for the price point. Doesn't feel like it's gonna break. It feels very stable. Mounting the actual stand on it is super fast, super easy, and super sturdy. The stand itself is very pretty looking. It's stable. You can move it up and down and tilt it. It's very easy to use, and it has these nice red accents with the actual 2 feet being a little bit raised off the ground, so you can actually put like your keyboard cable under it, which is pretty nice for cable management. It also does have a hook on the back for cable management. However, I don't use the stand, except I have used it for about a month, but I'm now using a VESA mount that I VESA mounted on a desk mount on my desk, an arm mount, and that mounts, which is the next Pro, you can VESA mount it with 100 by 100 millimeter VESA mount. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble talking right now, but I highly recommend that you guys mount a monitor like this. Monitor arms are not that expensive. I'll also have the one that I'm using linked below if you do want to check out the monitor arm and immediately get that set up on your desk. But those are all of the pros in this incredible Ultragear 34-inch ultra-wide. But now we're going to get to the cons, make sure there's no deal breakers for you. Now the first con is the not enough differentiation between the GN850 and the GP83. I think I'm saying that correct. I might mix them up, but I don't think so. So those are actually the exact same monitors. There's a few differences. There's actually 2. I'll go over them. One is that the logo on the back of the monitor is different. Okay, that's it. The other one is one of them comes with like 2 HDMI cables and the other one comes with 1 or something like that. That's all that's different. The actual panel itself, the UI, everything else, the build quality, the size of it, everything is exactly the same. It's hard to find this information, but there is literally no other difference between these 2 monitors. One of them is $1,000, one of them is $800. Get the GP83. That is the one that you want to get. It's cheaper. There's Amazon links below, so go get that one if that's the one you want to get. Do not buy the more expensive one. There is no difference. I will only have that one linked below because you're going to want to get that. Now as well, if you get the GN850 just because you want to spend more money, it's expensive for what you get, but for $800 with the GP83 it's perfectly priced. And I will tell you, these monitors go so quickly, and I actually got mine when it was out of stock. So it'll say out of stock on Amazon, but I bought it and it always comes early because every time the stock comes back in, it's already sold out because people order it before the stock comes back in. So a little pro tip that will definitely help you guys. If you want this monitor and it says like out of stock until blah, 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 order now, order it now and it will probably come in stock way before then and get to your house much quicker. That happens a ton on Amazon, and I know because I constantly buy monitors. But guys, remember, if you do want to go check it out, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. I'll both have the actual monitor and the monitor arm linked below. But I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the 34-inch ultra-wide Ultragear. Such a good monitor, my daily driver. I love it. If you guys did enjoy this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy gaming tech reviews and tech reviews in general, I do a ton of those, so please consider subscribing. And guys, I'm trying to pump out these videos in my new apartment while I get everything set up. We just built the bed yesterday, so stuff's coming together, but these videos are absolutely my top priority. So I hope you ever, can't even talk, I'm making so many videos. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos that I've been putting out lately, and get ready for a top 5 budget gaming mouse video because that one's coming out very soon. This was Consumer Tech Review. Thank you for all your love and support. I love your guys' comments. I read every single one of them. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys later.